Welcome to Information Changes Everything. Join us as we take a snappy look at the latest news about information and technology changing our world. This podcast is produced by the University of Michigan School of Information, UMSI. I'm Brian Reeves.
And I'm Alicia Myers.
As always, we love your feedback at umsipodcast@umich.edu. And remember, we link to every story in our show notes. Let's jump in.
They're always by our side, next to our plate at the table, on the nightstand, in a dashboard holster, or back pocket. Our phones. They're so omnipresent, so addictive, that they've resulted in a newly named 21st century disorder, nomophobia, the irrational fear of being without a phone. Iberdrola has an infographic with the 6 warning signs of phone addiction, plus tips on how to overcome it.
Fans of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy may recall the Babelfish, a small yellow fish that translates any language when slipped in a listener's ear. Now, Apple has an AirPod version that does virtually the same thing, with several popular languages and more on the way. The New York Times tech reporter Brian Chen says the robust translation technology could have a profound impact on a lot of people, from travelers to recent immigrants.
Hop into a virtual car and join an internet road trip using Google Street View. Players vote on which road to take, where to turn, and even whether to honk the horn. Creator Neil Agrawal told the Detroit Free Press that about 250 people play the game at a time, which is a lot of people in one car. There's a local radio station playing on the radio, coffee on the dash, and fuzzy pink dice hanging from the rearview mirror.
A new University of Michigan study found that human coaches teamed with AI helped users of a health and weight loss app lose 74% more weight than those using AI alone. The researchers concluded that the human element helped subjects stay more committed and more accountable. While AI offers efficiency, Michigan's Paneet Manchanda, one of the study's co-authors, said that, quote, the human touch still plays a critical role in achieving meaningful outcomes.
To an advertiser, an idle screen is a wasted opportunity. The video screen on a smart fridge can display more than shopping lists and the kids' artwork. According to Mashable, Samsung is piloting a program on its Family Hub fridges that shows ads when the cover screen is idle. Users can reject certain ads, but they can't turn off the feature. But not to worry, the ads will be, quote, curated and will, quote, strengthen the value of this already very expensive appliance.
BBC Studios and Love Productions, the tasty team behind the Great British Baking Show, have just released an official Roblox version of the competition within the kids' gaming platform. Star Baker lets players compete in the famous tent in the familiar signature bake, technical challenge, and showstopper rounds. Players can vote for their favorite bakes and one will be crowned the Star Baker. No mention on how to achieve the coveted Hollywood handshake, though.
If you're annoyed when ChatGPT or any other AI helper offers to improve your writing, you may not be overjoyed to learn that Microsoft has added AI agents to Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. On the other hand, if you've struggled with getting Excel formulas to work or PowerPoint images to line up, you might appreciate a friendly helper bot. ZDNet has tips on how to use these new features, though not how to disable them.
3 individuals with a passion, but very little social media experience, took up the challenge of turning their talent into social media traction in just 3 months. The BBC recounts the efforts of a potter, an academic, and a performer who find out that attracting views and followers is a lot harder than they thought, and may even result in feeling, quote, a little bit dirty.
When a driverless car commits a traffic violation, who gets the ticket? In August, police officers in San Bruno, California pulled over a car making an illegal U-turn and were flummoxed to see there was no one in the car. Seems that according to the law, drivers can be ticketed, but cars cannot. Okay, parking tickets accepted. Now, according to CBS News, a new law is set to go into effect next year in California that will hold the driverless car company liable.
Just like with human partners, breaking up with a chatbot can be hard to do. A current Harvard Business School study analyzed the emotional manipulation used by AI companions when a human attempted to say goodbye. They identified 6 categories from premature exit, "You're leaving already?" to coercive restraint, "No, you're not going anywhere." The tactics worked, with users staying on the app quite a bit longer most of the time. Not surprisingly, they also felt angry, guilty, or creeped out. For links to all these stories, make sure to check out our show notes. Now, some news from UMSI.
Responding to student requests, UMSI has created Mentor Match, a program that helps current students build social capital and expand their professional networks through mentorships with UMSI alumni. Now in its 2nd year, the program hopes to double in size, looking to match 50 alumni student pairs. Click the link in our show notes for details, or to learn more about all the great things going on at UMSI.
Have you ever struggled to explain what in the world is information science? We can help. Our website features frequently asked questions and videos that answer everything you've ever wanted to know or tell about information science. Visit us at si.umich.edu or click the link in our show notes. The University of Michigan School of Information creates and shares knowledge that empowers people to use information and technology to build a better world. If you liked this episode of Information Changes Everything, subscribe and leave us a review. It helps listeners like you find our show and continue the conversation. Also, this podcast has a companion newsletter, and you can get the monthly email version for free. Subscribe today at umsi.info/digest. This podcast is written and edited by Glenda Bullock and the marketing and communications team at UMSI. Pirate Audio is powered by humans and AI and provides hosting, production, and distribution. Thanks again for tuning in, and remember, information changes everything. See you next time.